As a new survivor in DayZ, it could be hard to find food around the spawn coast. Looting all the houses, you didn't find any food or food at the apple trees, and you think by yourself, how can I get more food in order to survive? Well, in this tutorial I'm gonna go over two subjects, fishing and hunting. First we're gonna talk about fishing. To fish you need a long stick. You can get a long stick from one of these bushes that spawns around the map. If you go close to it, it will give you the option to cut the bush. You can cut the bush with your hands or with a knife. It's better to cut a bush with your knife, because if you cut it with your hands, you can get a chance to get a bleed, and in order to stop the bleeding you got a bandage. Next you need rope. You can find rope in garages or in industrial buildings, and sometimes in houses. If you can't find any rope, look for dead bodies, and if you have a knife, you maybe have to cut them up. Because you can use the guts and combine the knife and you can make a rope out of human body parts. Now you have rope and a long stick. The only thing you need is a hook. You can find a simple fishing hook in the houses as well as in garages or industrial buildings. You can also craft a hook by using the bones of a human or animal body and using a knife and combine it with a knife to make a bone hook. Now the only thing you need is worms. If you have a knife or something sharp, and you look down on the ground, you get the option to cut worms. If you got the worms, grab the hook and combine the worm with the hook. Now you got bait on your hook. The next thing is crafting the fishing rod. If you grab your long stick and your rope and combine it, you can make simple fishing rod. Now you can combine the hook with your bait and you're ready to go. You can go to the sea or to a pond to fish. If you are close, you get an option to fish. You simply hold your right button until you get this animation. That means you got a fish. If you got the fish, it will spawn near you on the ground. Now you got the fish. You have to cut the fish in order to put it on the fireplace. I'll go over how to make a fireplace in a second. But for now, just combine your knife and the fish and it'll give you the option to cut the fish. After you're done with cutting the fish, make sure to wash your hands in the sea or in river or in ponds or by a well. Otherwise, if you eat, you can get sick because you have blood on your hands. I'm going over sickness in another guide and how to cure that. So make sure to hit the notification bell and to subscribe to get notified when I make that tutorial. Next, we're gonna go to the hunting guide. If you find a gun with some bullets in it, you will be able to hunt animals. You can find some easy animals to kill, such as deers, chickens, pigs, and cows, and goats. If you hear an animal sound, try to get close to it, try to track it down and follow the sound until you can see it in the distance. From then, try to sneak closer to the animals until you got a good chance to shoot them. Aim your weapon, try to hit them in the head, and there you go. You got your first animal. As you can see, it drops some meat, some guts and some bones. The only thing that is important right now is to grab all the meat. The important meat is fat, because that gives you the most calories, and by that it will fill up your stomach for longer. Now you gotta wash your hands again because you have bleed on your hands because you cut the animal. So go to a pond or to a river or to whatever you can clean your hands with, maybe even with a water bottle you found. And now you got some food. Now we're gonna go to this another subject on how to make a fireplace. So for your fireplace you need a sharp tool like a knife or a hatchet. The first thing you want to gather is some wood. You can gather wood from bushes or from trees if you have a hatchet, and that you can use as firewood for your fireplace. The second thing you need is some fuel to ignite the fire. You can use bandages, bark, paper or rags to ignite the fire. If you don't have any rags or bandages, you can collect bark by standing close to a big tree with a knife in your hand, and it will give you the option to cut bark. If you don't have anything to light a fire like a flare or a lighter, you simply need some bark and a stick to make a simple drilling kit. If you gather one bark and one stick and you combine them, you can make the simple drilling kit. Now stand close to the fire but not on top of the fire because otherwise you get damaged, and hold the ignite tool you want to use like a flare, lighter or your simple drilling kit, and it will give you the option to ignite. Hold the right button and the fire will ignite. The next thing you need is a sharpened stick to roast the food on top of the fire. You can collect a long stick from big bushes by your hands or by a hatchet or a knife. If you got a long stick and you combine it with a knife, you can make a sharpened stick. If you made a sharpened stick, you get a slot where you can put your food in. You simply drag the food of choice you want to roast into the food hotbar. Now go to the fire and it will give you the option to roast. If you get the option to roast food, Just simply hold it until the circle is full white and until your food turns brown. That means it's ready to eat. Be aware though, if you play on a map like Namalsk, you gotta wait until your food is cooled down under 70 degrees. Otherwise you get damaged because the food is too hot. And there you go. Enjoy your food. This was the guide on how to get food easier in DayZ by hunting or fishing. I hope this helped. If you want to see more of these guides or longer DayZ videos, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and maybe hit the bell to get notified when there is a new video. And with that, I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what for guide you want to see next. And until the next one, bye!